Okay, gentlemen, so for this task, you've got to select one of these words here and then write a paragraph about Peter Chanel. Now, I'm going to model this to you. So the way I'm going to do it is I'm actually going to use the example of courageous. Okay, so that's the one I'm going to use for my paragraph. So the thing I'm going to do first is I'm going to come back to this and I'm going to write my statement, which is going to be simply Peter Chanel was a courageous man. Okay, the next part of my paragraph, which I have to do, is I need to explain, obviously, the word courageous. Okay, so I've done a little bit of work beforehand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain what courage is. All right, so courage is overcoming your fears to do what you need to do. Okay, now I've just simply Googled the word courage, and that's obviously what it's come up with. Now I need to come up with an example. Now for this part here, you are going to have to go back and read the information about Peter Chanel. Now the part that I'm going to use, but I'm going to put into my own words, is this part here, where it talks about Peter Chanel was not successful in attracting islanders to become Catholics. This was partly because Neoliki was afraid that he would lose his influence if large numbers of his people became converts to Christianity. Neoliki began to make life difficult for the Marists and threatened death to those Fortunas who became converts. Now you're probably thinking, what's this got to do with being courageous? Well, down here it says the crisis occurred when Neoliki's eldest son decided to become a Catholic. Father Chanel was alone in his hut when a group led by the chief Musi entered demanding medical help. Now the reason that's courageous is because Neoliki here was obviously making life difficult for him to convert Catholics, but he still kept going back to the island and helping the sick. So that's going to be my example that I'm going to put into my own words here. So we've got our statement, Peter Chanel was a courageous man. Courage is overcoming your fears to do what you need to do. Now my example is going to be here, when, I'm just going to use Neoliki, began to make life dangerous for Peter by threatening those who converted to Christianity. He still visited the island to tend to the sick. Okay, now when we read that back, it says Peter Chanel was a courageous man. Courage is overcoming your fears to do what you need to do. When Neoliki began to make life dangerous for Peter by threatening those who converted to Christianity, he still visited the island to tend to the sick. Now, what you can also do for your one for this time is you can then link that back. And what you could actually do for that link is actually think about Jesus. And you could say Jesus also was a courageous man, and then maybe link it back to something that you know that Jesus did in one of the gospel stories. Okay, so hopefully that helps. You can use this as your example, but obviously we'd really like you to try and do your own one and to put something into your own words. Just give it a go and have a go.